A Guatemalan mother claims an ICE agent told her Happy Mother's Day right before separating her from her daughter. Angelica Gonzalez Garcia filed a lawsuit against U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions on Wednesday, outlining her heartbreaking experience and demanding to be reunited with her now 8-year-old daughter. The pair fled Guatemala for the U.S. to escape domestic violence and discrimination, have been separated for nearly 2 months. They were detained at the Arizona border in early May and put in a cell with about 40 other women and children, and within 24 hours Gonzalez Garcia's daughter was taken away by immigration authorities. Gonzalez Garcia appeared at a press conference after the suit was filed, tearfully recounting her experience in Spanish with the help of a translator. "The day after I was detained, I was removed from the cell and told me that they were going to take my daughter a long way away," the mother said. "One of the officers asked me, 'In Guatemala, do they celebrate Mother's Day?' When I answered yes," he said, "then Happy Mother's Day, because the next Sunday was Mother's Day. I lowered my head so that my daughter would not see tears forming in my eyes." The following day, the two were brought to a trailer where Gonzalez Garcia was instructed to bathe and dress her daughter. "I hugged my daughter and told her that she didn't have to cry," Gonzalez Garcia said. She alleges that agents told her she would never see her daughter again. "I could not understand why they hated me so much or wanted to hurt me so much," she said, adding that their words made her feel like collapsing and dying. Share this article. Share the then 7-year-old girl, referred to as S.K. in the lawsuit obtained by CNN, was sent to a shelter in Harlingen, Texas. "It was almost 2 weeks before I heard from my daughter again," Gonzalez Garcia said. The mom was transferred to a detainment center in Colorado, where she was kept for several weeks until a judge granted her bond. She flew to Framingham, Massachusetts, to stay with some friends who are also from Guatemala and submitted a 36-page reunification packet request to her daughter's shelter on June 22. At Wednesday's press conference, Gonzalez Garcia said, "Since she was taken from me, I have been able to talk to her 5 times. She's told me that at times they've had her alone in the room and taken her to counseling because she was crying so much." The suit claims that while in detention, SK came down with a fever and contracted conjunctivitis. She was also hit in the head by another detained child, resulting in a bruise. Even more painful, though, was spending her 8th birthday without her mother. "She's a little girl. She hasn't done anything," Gonzalez Garcia said. "Why are they punishing her? Why does she keep having to plead to be back with her mother? Why can't they return her to me? Why does she keep having to plead to be back with her mother?" The desperate mother has teamed up with the American Civil Liberties Union of Massachusetts to file a lawsuit in the Federal District Court in Massachusetts against Sessions and Southwest Key Programs, U.S. Customs and Border Protection, the Department of Health and Human Services, and Immigration and Customs Enforcement. The suit claims that the government issued requirements for sponsorship, including traveling to Newark to be re-fingerprinted, unreasonably extend family separations that never should have occurred to begin with. It also says that it could take several weeks for the request to be carried out. We hope that the court recognizes that every day that goes by without these two reuniting is adding to the trauma of this child," one of Gonzalez Garcia's attorneys, Susan Church, said at the press conference. "We filed a complaint for violation of due process and ask that we have a hearing as soon as possible. All of the agencies have declined to comment pending litigation. A fundraising page has collected more than $14,000 as of Sunday morning to support Gomez Garcia while she waits to be reunited with her daughter. "One thing my daughter always asks me is, 'Can I have pizza, Mommy?'" Gonzalez Garcia said. "I promised her, when I found her again, I would buy her a pizza all for herself." The pair plan to live in Massachusetts, where Gonzalez Garcia can work, while her daughter pursues a formal education.